Hello everybody, Necromancer Kids here once again. This time bringing you replays from my most recently posted deck, Gravekeeper Turbo, aka Gonkey Kong, where the idea is to get Necro Valley plus protection on the field as soon as possible and beat down the opponent, as well as generally prevent chaos, which is a big problem.
My mission is to kill chaos.
And I'm going to be trying a different style for our narration today, where it's quicker paced and hopefully keep your attention a little bit longer. Let me know what you guys think and enjoy. First up, we have replay against DP Legend, and they're using a Chaos deck, and let's see how this plays out. Our opponent goes first, and as we could often suspect, they're on Chaos. And looks like bad news for me is that they have a Royal Decree, and that's going to shut off pretty much all my protection, and they have it turn 1 as well. Tough matchup, but let's see how it plays out. They start off with Upstart Goblin, set 1, and turn. My go, Terraforming, add Necro Valley, Mind Control, flip their Gravekeeper Spy, summon GK Assailant because it can counter Spy once it goes back to their side of the field.
I cast Necro Valley.
Attack in for 2,000. Set 3 and turn, and opponent activates Royal Decree. So now my 3 traps are completely shut off. Opponent sets 1, sets a monster, and ends their turn. We draw Tribe.
Assailant attack.
Guarantee the destruction of their Spy with Assailant's effect, and end turn. Get some life off of Upstart Goblin. Opponent flips their Magician of Faith, tries to reuse Upstart Goblin, but
Necro Valley negates that effect.
realizing they messed up, they Metamorphosis, summon Thousand-Eyes Restrict, take my Gravekeeper's Assailant, and attack me for 1,500. They set their backup Royal Decree, and now things are looking a little hairy. But I draw into Upstart Goblin, and I still have that Graceful Charity I was holding. Upstart into Snatch Steal, then Graceful Charity. Draw into the Breaker the Magical Warrior that I was looking for to get rid of Decree. Other 2 cards are going to be useless. Summon Breaker, break that Decree just like we're meant to. They activate their second Decree before it's able to go away. And it's the opponent's turn. They attack in, take 100, and take her my Breaker. My go, Mystic Tomato, there go. They draw and discard Thunder Dragon to get 2 more, and Thousand Eyes attacks Tomato so that I can get another Tomato. Another Upstart, summon the Tribe, pitch the useless trap, get rid of the eyes, and swing in. Opponent's gonna Goats, but I don't care. Just gonna attack 2, not gonna bother using the affected Tribe. And opponent draws Sangan, set Gan, my go. Attack into the Goat first, just to get some value in case this card's gonna wreck my day. But it's just Sangan, and they have the Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is going to be able to take care of Tribe, but it's not going to be able to protect them completely. And I've got a Gravekeeper Spy now. Opponent sets monster, and that's the go. We've got Kaiku, summon the Kaiku, flip the Spy, and its effect says the opponent will leave the match.
Why are you guys so mad?
As you can see, the opponent had a bunch of useless cards in their hand. Magician of Faith, no good with Necro Valley. 2 Chaos Sorcerers, no good with Necro Valley. The opponent has Royal Decree, so they have very few chances to actually convert these Thunder Dragons. Plus, we were putting on pressure with Tribe, so they didn't have anything to tribute for those Thunder Dragons to attack over it. And Tsukiyomi could actually have been good against the Tribe, but that wouldn't have protected them from the rest of the cards that we have. And we have Snatch Steal for later on. So that is that game, and let's move on to the next one. This one is against, I'm going to guess, Eggy95. And as you can probably guess, it is going to be Chaos again. Let's see how it goes. Once more, our opponent starts, because of course they do. And at least they are playing a more interesting deck. You can see already that they've got the Zaborg in hand. By the way, I'm only keeping the hands visible for this because specifically you can tell when playing against a deck with Necro Valley what cards you're actually negating, so you can kind of see the value of the Necro Valley. But otherwise, I actually would probably hide what cards are in their hand, just so that you don't get spoiled, and also you don't, get the benefit of hindsight of what moves would be better. Not that I'm making perfect moves. Opponent's just gonna set a monster, set a spell trap, set a second one, and end the turn. Draw, Necro Valley.
I cast Necro Valley.
And summon Kaiku, set a card, set 2 cards, set 3 cards, just in case this is something like, for instance, a Morphing Jar that they set. Not that necessarily they would, but if they have only 3 cards they're going to lose, it could possibly be a Morphing Jar. and also it could be something like a Des Koala. I don't actually know what I'm playing against yet. Swing in, and it's just a humble Sangan. They get exiled force, and turn. Opponent summons exiled, sacks it off. I don't really need it, so I'm not really gonna protect it with the Solemn, which is here to protect our Necro Valley and our other face downs. Opponent sets one and ends. Our turn, draw greed, and we draw ourselves a Gravekeeper Spy, summon Breaker, see what they want to do, and they Ring of Destruction. Both take 1600. And turn. Opponent's turn, they draw BLS, and they Raigeki Break. They choose to Raigeki Break on my face down Mirror Force, which is very bad for them. They have the light and the dark in graveyard, but I still have Necro Valley, and as you can see, they didn't really think that through very well. They start trying to banish their monsters, not knowing that this can prevent that. So what they really should have done is targeted the Necro Valley, but I also had the Solemn Judgment, and even if I didn't and they summoned BLS, I still had Mirror Force to be able to destroy it. So it wasn't really that huge of a deal. I also have Necro Valley in hand still. So after that, cast would be re-disabled. My turn, set the GK Spy, and turn. Opponent sets one spell or trap, ends turn. My go, flip that spy, get that guy, or actually Gravekeeper's Assailant is apparently canonically a girl. Get them all big and juicy, summon Mystic Tomato, and swing in like crazy. And the reason that I'm just committing so much is because I have the Solemn Judgment, and opponent already used up a card that could have destroyed Necro Valley, so I'm assuming they don't have anything else right now, and basically they'd have to top deck it. So I'm feeling pretty good. See what they do. They got the Scapegoats. I'm just going to swing in, destroy 3 of them, and in the process use the effect of Gravekeeper's Assailant to deal some damage to them.
Stealth Slice Strike.
And turn. Opponents go. Snatch Steal. Grab my tomato. Opponent uses Mobius, but Solemn Judgment's gonna say
Nope.
Opponent wants to Premature Burial, but again, my go.
I activate Pot of Greed.
Draw 2. Yeah, why not? Use Graceful Charity as well. Draw 3. We don't need an extra Necro Valley because we already have one in hand. We don't need an extra GK Spy. I already have one in hand. And just, summon that GK. And opponent leaves the duel.
Spunk, yes.
Again, Gravekeeper Spy's effect says the opponent leaves the match. Alright, then we have a match against Borwin here. Let's see how things go. As you can see, they're playing Chaos yet again. I actually only fought a few people that weren't playing Chaos when I was testing this deck, and the results were pretty much the same, although I got very lucky against Burn and won twice. But basically how I did that was I got really aggressive on them, and they didn't draw the cards that stop my monsters from attacking first. However, I would definitely say you need some sort of protection in your deck or side deck that's going to be able to get rid of things like Level Limit, Area B, and Gravity Bind. Anyway, on with the duel. Kind of terraforming just to thin our deck, even though we already have the Necro Valley. Also, activating it here makes them think that we didn't have an extra one in hand. And we got pretty much the worst case scenario here where Breaker comes down and is able to destroy the Necro Valley and our set Gravekeeper's Assailant. We set the Assailant here because it's going to have 2000 defense with Necro Valley, and hopefully it'll act like a mini spy, but that obviously did not work out. Opponent swings in, sets another card, ends their turn. We draw GK Spear Soldier, 2k attack, set, and we don't swing, but the opponent uses Ring of Destruction to destroy our Spear Soldier. We didn't attack because we have ways to negate it if they have a trap that's going to be able to stop us. Of course, we don't know that they have Jar of Greed when we're playing, and basically I'm just thinking I'm gonna protect this, not swing into a Sakuretsu right away, and turns out, well, they had something anyway and they're gonna use it, so it doesn't matter. Opponent swings in with Breaker, Jar of Greed, set the Faith, set a spell trap, and end the turn. Here we go, gonna Jar of Greed, GK Assailant, and now we swing. Set one card, and we end. Opponent sets one, ends their turn. Kaiku, swing in. Opponent Mirror Forces. God says
Nope.
and we get in for 2k. Opponents go. They Pot of Greed. They Thunder Dragon. They Upstart Goblin. And we're starting to feel a little bit worried that we just wasted that Solemn Judgment, and now they're gonna blow our faces off. But set one and end their turn. Pretty good. We go. Sangan. We do have End of Anubis here, but it doesn't currently seem all that great because we're negating pretty much everything anyway. And Kaiku again is acting as our second insurance. Summon Sangan so we can get some extra damage in. Swing, swing, swing. Obviously, if we attacked differently, we could have possibly won the game right there, but who knows what the heck they could have had face down. And looks like we got another concession. As we can see, our opponent had Dark Partition of Chaos, which is completely useless right now. They just had the 2 dead Thunder Dragons, they had a dead BLS, dead Chaos Sorcerer, and the face down is Premature Burial. So, let's move on to the next one. Alright, here is the final match that I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to show you the last game, actually, for this one. Because the first game, I pretty much just completely closed them out. They're playing zombies, and I was able to keep Necro Valley on field. Game 2, I ended up having my Ring of Destruction and my Tribe Infecting Virus destroyed, which both caused me to not be able to win the game anymore. But anyway, let's see where I blundered the most. And this is where you can say that I don't only post my W's. Shoutouts to Grumpelstiltskin, by the way. Very cool person and very cool deck that they're using in this match as well. What we're going to do, set the Mado, and, you know, we'll set 2. I didn't want to get too greedy. Don't want to cross out. No big deal. Set 1, and end the turn. We draw, we Jar Greed, we see them use Royal Decree, and my monkey brain activated, and I'm like, oh no, I have 2 traps in hand and a face down Solemn. I must protect my traps. Then I get the Solemn Judgment off, pay half my life points, and I do get to draw, which is Breaker the Magical Warrior. Oh. It looks like I could have just summoned that if I got it next turn and destroyed the decree. So it didn't really matter. Set my 2, thinking that they're safe now. The opponent maybe would have hit the Heavy Storm, seeing I had 2 Speller Traps face down already. But summon the Breaker, because I don't want to summon the Tribe. Swing in, and just a Humble Sangan. Opponent adds Pyramid Turtle. Opponent's turn, and the Heavy, and I know they got Pyramid Turtle. Gonna be able to swing in, get Ryokoki, and then basically they have a bunch of cards, I have no cards, and I realize I lose. So, moral of the story here is don't just set all the cards in your hand after you see that they had Royal Decree, because they could still have Heavy Storm. Anyway, that is the matches for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this, and have a good one.